to, about 3 million plus a month down here in Australia. And it was totally exploding down here. And to think about what we have now with VeMMA and Verve, it's just, I just can't even believe it. I cannot wait to get back down here and start working with you guys. So kind of a little bit touch on your vision of what you see happening here in Australia.
Well, thank you, Anthony. I really do appreciate you being here. Anthony's given us an enormous amount of information to think about. He's given us an enormous vision to really absorb. But here's the thing that I see about Australia is that, we're not that much different than the Americans. We're a little bit smarter. We're a little bit, we're not that much different. We like the same thing. We all put our pants on one leg at a time. We all want to eat breakfast in the morning and drive a nice car and live in a nice home. And the opportunity that's presented for us right now is ready for us to take. Marie and I have been waiting 6 long years for this day to arrive. And I can tell you, and for some of our other friends that are over here, 2 ladies at the back there, Liz and Janet, have been loyal VeMMA brand partners to Daniel and Abby, loyal VeMMA brand partners for a long time waiting for this to happen. And now they're reaping the rewards that's going to happen. You're going to see this blow up. And here's something that I really would like you to do, is mark this day in your calendar. Because this is the day that you get to buy back the rest of your life. This is the day that you can turn around and say, I was there, I was at that very first meeting on the Gold Coast, I listened to Royal Ambassador Anthony Powell, I met COO Brad Wayman, and I was right there at the very, very beginning of something that is now going to be huge. How would you like to be in this very room and you were one of those 5 people that sat with Mark Zuckerberg and you talked about Facebook? Well, that's exactly what's happening right here in Australia. And Anthony, I'd love you to stay for a moment before we go, because I really want to, with Brad Wayman, do some recognition and recognise some of the people that are really doing well in their VeMMA business. Along the way, we recognise people for their achievement, and one of the big achievements that there is this very first one. It's called Bronze Leader. And what does Bronze Leader mean? Well, it simply means that you've been able to build one cycle in your business. You've had 360 QV on one side of your business and 180 QV on the other, and you've earned one cycle and you've earned the princely sum of about $22. But I've got to tell you something. If you can cycle once, you can cycle 1,000 times. How many times did you cycle last week?
I didn't even check because I was so busy traveling.
It was over 700. How many times did Marie and I cycle last week? It was almost 500, 2 short of 500. Wow. Now you do the maths. $22 per month. It's a lot of money. And Marie and I enjoy an income of over $50,000 a month. Anthony earns just a tad more than that, don't you hate him? But here's the cool thing about it. You can cycle once, you can cycle 1,000 times. I want to invite you tonight that as I call out your name, here's the big thing, isn't it? They're going, oh no, don't call out my name. I want you to come up, and as you come up and walk across stage, this audience here is going to show you how much we appreciate you. They're going to give you an incredible round of applause, and I'd like to invite COO Brad Wayman up onto the stage with me, because he wants to shake your hands with Anthony and welcome you. So if you hear your name called out, you come up, and if I know you're in there and you don't come up, I'll drag you up. It's a volunteers organisation, folks. Courtney Gulati, please come up. Trevor Pulvar's come on up, Trevor. And welcome these guys as they all come up here. Laszlo Chod, Rama Masterson, Glenn Lamont, Kelly Ann Kendrick, Kelly Hiles, Annie Grice, Nathan Wiley. I know Nathan's in the room here tonight. Come on up, Nathan. Kyle Wilson. Ben Wickens. Where's Ben? Come on up, Ben. The Tack Family Trust. Come on up, Tack Family Trust. Come on, welcome them, folks. Come up this way, folks, if you can. Justin Sutherland. Come on up, Justin. Great to welcome you. Tyler Smith. Owen Hoare. Rob Fogarty. And my good friend Steve Beatty. Come on up, Steve Beatty. Hey, give these guys a round of applause. You know what people want we do? We give them a standing ovation. Everybody on their feet. We give everybody a standing great opportunity. Hey, take a seat, folks, but then don't stay down for too long because I want to invite some of these people up here. These are silver team leaders. Now, silver means that they built their business to 5 cycles. Now, remember what I said, if you can cycle once, you can cycle 1,000 times. And 5 cycles is an amazing, incredible achievement because, let me tell you something, all Anthony did was cycle once, but then he just kept on doing it. He didn't know how to stop. And all we did was keep on cycling over and over again. And who'd like to be paid every single week, ongoing? You know, wouldn't that be fantastic? Yeah, absolutely. So let's welcome up to the stage silver leaders, Rob Shires, Lovey Pineda, Janet Maven. Welcome them up, folks. Elise MacArthur, Yutan Lau, Zoe Hollinger, and Barry Hiles. Welcome them up, folks. Let's give them a standing ovation as they come up on stage. What an incredible achievement to become a silver team leader. And you know the cool thing about it, thank you folks, take a seat. The cool thing about it is VeMMA sent you a great congratulation and recognition pack, including that pretty cool pin, that silver pin that you see up on the screen. And as you go through the ranks, you start to get these really cool pins out there. And have a look at the one that Anthony is wearing over there. I don't mind asking you. Okay. And also we want to recognise our gold team leaders. And these guys have done an amazing job. Please help us welcome gold leader Al Noka. Dan Wallace. Hey, we love this guy. Al, before you go away, mate, you just got to come up. You know, I've got to tell you something about Al. This guy's got a heart of gold. He's the passionate business builder. And Al, just tell us you've got 30 seconds, that's all you get, brother. Because he won't stop. Just tell us in just that short space of time what VeMMA means to you.
VeMMA's actually changed our lives because I've done a few other things before, but I work so hard. I love helping people because this business is about helping people. And if you can help people realize their dreams, then you can get what you want. So the secret to this business is to go out and help as many people as you can. Get them to achieve their goals, and in doing so, you'll also get yours. It's so simple. I'm really a Christian, so there's a scripture that I follow from the Bible which says, what you make happen for others, God will make happen for you.
Nice.
I wanted to also invite Christian Samuels on stage. Christian, he's here. Welcome him up. He's actually not a gold leader, he's now a diamond leader. And the cool thing about it, hey Christian, congratulations, welcome. You know, you've done a fantastic job. You've gone from gold to diamond. You've been in the business only a short time. And I mean, you haven't really built a business, have you? You know, it's just... You haven't done any work at all, it was just given to you, wasn't it? Okay, hey, just tell us in a few minutes just your story.
Alright, well, I'm from England originally. I moved over to Australia in December of last year. And I got told about this opportunity because I worked upon cruise ships. When you work on cruise ships, you meet thousands of nationalities, and people just hit me back up and told me about this opportunity, how it's changing a lot of young people's lives. And I just basically just got excited. I mean, never have I met a company like this that can change people's lives at any age, you know. Young people making, like they said, $50,000, driving around in Mercedes, BMWs. My friends in Melbourne that Peter was talking about are actually within my network that are driving in these company-paid cars. It's just phenomenal.
How many people are in your organisation?
I have a team of over 400 people in 4 different countries now. So in
nice.
UK,
in what period? In what period?
Australia, in 4.5 months.
Congratulations. Let's give this guy a standing ovation. We really appreciate it. I want you to stay standing as you sit down. Okay, you can sit down. No, come on, back up. I want you to get up in a minute, just not yet. But when we do give a standing ovation, I really want to honour this couple because, you know, they've really become our two ICs here in Australia. We work so closely with them. I really value their input and what they do in this business. You know, this couple bring incredible love and compassion to the YPR that is going crazy in this country, but they also work with the OPR as well, me. And you know, it gives me great pleasure to introduce brand new Diamond team leaders. Now this guy is only going to be Diamond for a split second because he's about to go Platinum, but please welcome Diamond team leaders. Let's give a huge ovation. Daniel and Abby Sanchez. You know, before we get Daniel to say something, Abby, come here, you can't get away. Before we get Daniel to say something, Abby, just tell us what VeMMA means for you. She knows that she hates it when I do this to her, but she's got a heart of gold. She's an incredibly passionate person about this business. And you know, I know that this business has done an awful lot for Abby and an awful lot for Daniel. And so it really is a big deal for this couple, because it's not only changing their life, but it's changing their family's life, and they're affecting so positively other people's lives here on the Gold Coast, around Brisbane, around Australia, and also around the world as they build a Spanish-speaking business too. Big boss.
Thank you, Aaron. This is awesome, you know, what's happening here on the Gold Coast, but also around Australia. And I really appreciate having leaders like Peter and be able to just tap into what he knows. And like Anthony was saying before, you know, some people have already done that track record before us. And if you look at YPR videos, you're going to hear this over and over again. You know, if you do what people do and say what people say, you're going to get what they have every single time. And that's what we want to do. We're going to look after these guys and go, hey, if they've done it, why not us? You know, there's no different reason. They've just been in it a bit longer than us, but they've gone the track record and go, hey, if we can mirror our lives on what they're doing, it's just a great opportunity. And we're having fun. It means a lot to us. You know, we've got a 4-year-old kid. That's our why. You know, our family. You know, we've had some crazy times too. You know, everybody knows about the GFC. Most of us got heard about that. And we're just on our journey, just loving this opportunity, and having a blast. You know, I just want to thank also my team, because we're just, you know, blitzing it and you know, grinding it, as they say. So thanks, guys. And
They're two fantastic leaders, and I'd also like you to welcome, please help me welcome to the stage, my beautiful wife, Star Ambassador Marie Francis. You know, not many people get the opportunity to hear Marie, and because I normally hold the microphone anyhow, but honey, just tell everybody just what this means to you and to me.
Well, we've had a great journey. It's been difficult at times, but we have a wonderful life. We have a wonderful house. We have a great marriage for a start. It's been a long journey, but it's been worth it, and it's something that can come to everybody. Everyone can do this business. It's been very, very easy compared to everything else we've done. That's it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Marie Francis. You know, how would you like to know that when you get up in the morning, your business has been built around the world? Who would like that? Who would like to know that when you went to sleep tonight, somebody else is working in your business for you in another country? Well, that's what this business has been able to do for Marie and I. You know, as Brad said, thank you for saying that, Brad. You know, all over the world, we have this huge organisation that we work with, and we're able to start it from right here on the Gold Coast. And we just use Skype, and because that was cheap, and we used the tools that were available, but we plugged into the leadership that was available. You know, we weren't blessed with Anthony because he's only recently came to VeMMA. But, you know, we were blessed by being part of an amazing organisation called the Alcazan organisation with Tom and Bethany Alcazan and that other little dude, what's his name, Brad Alcazan. And you know, and so we're all plugged into this great leadership team, and this team with heart, this team with passion. But most importantly, we're plugged into the best leader of them all, and that is BK Barreto. He's an incredible, inspirational guy. And you know, what happens is in this company is we get to also recognise people from other parts of the world, and I want you to welcome and recognise Royal Ambassador Mr. Anthony.
I think I broke a record. I hit Royal in 82 days. But that's really not the point. The point is that I already made it in a different company, and I saw the future in this company. And so, you know, there's a lot of news that happened around me coming to VeMMA, and people said, why would you leave a $5.7 billion company, and you were the #1 distributor out of 85 countries around the world? The reason why is because this is going to be the next big thing. You don't leave a company at $5.7 billion when you're #1. I stepped down, as you saw in the video, to come to VeMMA because I saw that this is going to be the biggest company in network marketing history. And so those of you that are in the room right now, hopefully you caught on to that. We're at 120 million. We're on track to clip out 200 to 225 million this year. We're growing by 100 million this year. Then what's going to happen is you're going to see us go from 200 million to 400 million. And then all of a sudden 700 million, and then slam dunk $1 billion. And it's going to happen so fast. I know this is going to happen because I was already part of it back in the 90s. And the great thing is, you saw the gentleman here that says, hey, I'm from England and now I live in Australia, but yet he has business in New Zealand and Ireland and UK. That's what's happening with VeMMA. So when I heard the news, you see, VeMMA, this is a really interesting story. VeMMA is about 2 blocks away from my office that I've had for 10 years. So here I was in another company, and VeMMA headquarters was 2 blocks away from my own office. Ironically, how that happened. But as he talked about Peter, the founder and the owner of the company, BK, all he wants to do is hand out the most checks possible and pay for the most BMWs and Mercedes-Benz. So I think we're going to take advantage of that down here in Australia. So what you guys want to do is just really go home tonight and understand that this isn't just about us on the stage, or this isn't about, you know, Brad or anybody else. This is about you. This is about you pushing back and firing your boss and finally doing something about it. Because that's where I was when I was 19, when someone challenged me and said, are you going to be like most 19-year-olds and play around and chase girls and party, or are you going to do something about it? And I'm telling you, I did something about it, and I was financially retired at 26. And to me, that's a long time compared to what's going to happen to you guys here. So I just want to say thanks for letting me come down and be a part of this. But this room, I mean, let me tell you something. If Peter's working this market and I'm working this market, we're going to blow this hotel up because we're going to the next level. You can promise that.
Thank you, Anthony. Thank you very much. Well, folks, as we draw to a close tonight, I want to invite you to sample the body product. I think you'll absolutely love that. But as you go out the door, I want to make sure that you know in your own heart that you're ready to go crazy with this business. Tomorrow night we're going to be in Melbourne, the Sofitel Hotel in Melbourne. We need you to invite as many people as you know and get them to invite as many people as they know. We want to blow out this room. That's it, send them a text, absolutely. And then on Saturday night at the Sofitel in Sydney, we're going to be there doing this meeting in Sydney. So already we know that that room has already been blown out and we've had to get a bigger room already. So, hey, if you want everybody in your business, guess what you've got to do? You've got to start texting. You need to start getting out there and working. You know, just one quick story and then we're finished, and that is this. When I first started in this business, and Marie will tell you this, I used to work at my manufacturing business and I'd come home and I'd sit down in my comfy chair and I'd turn on the television and Marie would make a cup of tea and I'd sit down and I'd have this cup of tea and she'd say, well, did you have a good day? And I'd say, no. And she'd say, well, you know, are you tired? And I'd say, yeah. And then she'd say, who are you going to call tonight? Who are you going to call tonight? And I'd go, ugh. I didn't want to do it. And you know what? We made a decision, and our decision was this. We wanted to buy back the rest of our life. And 3 years ago, we wanted to be able to say to ourselves that every month we wanted to earn as much money as what we used to earn every year. And 3 years ago, we were able to do that. And now our life's great. We get up when we wake up. We walk to the beach every day. We have fun. We do whatever work we want. We do lots of meetings. Daniel and I are always doing meetings together. We're working with Luke and we're working with, all of these great guys over here, doing fantastic meetings with everybody. And we're having a blast. And the biggest choice we have to make is what restaurant do we go to for lunch? Hey, who wants to do that? I do. I can love it. It's fantastic. And I do that because we've got a great company that backs us, great leadership like Brad Wayman and BK Barreto. You're in a great company and I want to honour you tonight. Thank you for making a decision for your future. Thank you for making a decision for your freedom. But you know what? Now it's time to go to work. Try our product. Enjoy the VeMMA. Enjoy the opportunity. And we look forward to seeing you at our next function to make sure you get people down to Melbourne. Enjoy. Thanks very much.